as we see, today is a special day. No hat because it's being washed. I sweated it in a lot because we closed in half of the carport. Backing the cars out because I gotta wash that one anyway. We went over to the neighbor's, my wife's uncle's house, and we got stuff that he wasn't using, and we boarded up this side of the carport so far, and it's going to be up there pretty good. But what I'm also backing the cars out for is I'm going to wash the inside of these and go ahead and paint them white on the inside so that that light is brighter, you know, more reflecting more light everywhere. And then I'm going to paint them on the outside also, just so that the weather, they last longer in the weather, they don't continue to rust. I'll clean them up with, you know, clean up the rust and everything off of them also before I paint them as best I can. But the breeze that comes through from whichever direction is a little more concentrated, it seems, so it's a lot cooler in here. Well, to my surprise, we are low again on coolant. But after looking and trying to figure out what it was, we haven't figured it out yet. But we have a suspicion. We think it might be that. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill it up again, clean it up with brake cleaner, and hopefully we get the puppy to go under the car and observe any leaks all night, so he can sit there and tell us if there's going to be a drip or a drop on what's going on. So maybe that water pump is going bad again, hopefully it's as simple as that, because we don't see any leaks anywhere else except for maybe some moisture that was on the ground around here. So we'll figure it out. Okay, so we went ahead and cleaned it with a brake cleaner, and then I went ahead and got it as good as I could with the brake cleaner, and then used engine degreaser and hosed it down. So now we're going to wait for it to dry. Topped it off with water. I got a feeling, because of where the leak is at, it is probably just as simple as a gasket, hopefully. Getting me wet with that water from that. And it feels good. So we're gonna let it go, let it sit, let it dry, and then we're gonna see what happens. Probably overnight, because that's how it leaked again. But this thing looks awfully good with my practice red hood on there. It makes me second guess about the green that I wanted to paint this as, painting it red. So yeah, there's that. And I'll add this into the video we're getting ready to do the other side. We're going to take a couple pieces of that, and we're going to go ahead and close in the other side here of this, so that it'll be more enclosed now, and now we can paint more of it. And then I'm going to look into like solid blocks of foam to insulate up there, so that the heat doesn't come down from up there as much. And I'm going to look into possibly doing the same thing on at least this wall here, because the sun is more, obviously right now it's up above us, so the top of this will benefit the most, but also this side, for when the sun is up over here getting ready to, you know, towards the end of the day, it spends more time on this part of the awning, so we can keep it cooler in here and use a fan like the dog is using to stay outside and cool off and be a little bit cool, you know, spend time out here. But today is a heat index warning, so we're slowly working simply because the heat index of 107 degrees. So yeah, you know, that's the South for you. And like I said yesterday, man, I step out in this sun immediately, I want to go right back into the shade, because even though this is a metal, there's a little breeze that just came through and it's funneling through here, and it feels like it's so much more better when it comes through here, like a hallway where it's more concentrated. When it goes through that narrow area, it feels so much better right here. So she's getting us some gloves because those pieces of tin that are sitting outside are probably really hot right now, and we're going to go ahead and get the new ones up. I actually had to get a new battery. The heat outside killed the other one, even if it was just sitting on the table. Well, we got the second side up. This is full again, and we cleaned it so that hopefully if a leak shows up, we'll be able to find it. And I'm going to let it sit for a while. I'll come back out later and check periodically to see if a leak does show up. It is the index of 107 degrees outside, so I'm going to wait a couple hours before I come out here and even attempt to take off even just as simple as these rearview mirrors, or even backing in the Camaro to do the bumper and the spoiler. So that's going to be it for right now. And in case this is the end, the last video of the day, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all later.